Time for the next up Plumpton then. This is the Supercat Maiden chase over 3 1/4 miles. Number 1 is Genghis Khan, number 2 Nova Iguachu, 3 Palisator, 4 Vintage, 5 Mr. Forest, 6 Much Sea, 7 Rosa Motta and 8 Velvet Dream. Smaller field this time then, so they called in and away they go. Nova Iguachu in the blue cap, the first to show, with Much Sea on the outside in second, and then Rosa Motta as they come to the first. They go, oh, and there's one gone straight away there. Palisator went straight through that, didn't take off at all, and he's out of the race already. So already down to 7 then as they pass the winning post, which they will have to go past another 3 times. So Nova Iguachu is the leader from Much Sea in second as they come down to the second, and this time they're all safely over, with the red colours with the blue cap of Nova Iguachu a good 5 or 6 lengths clear to Much Sea in second as they race away around that turn off into the distance. Blue skies today, and Nova Iguachu happy in front. Much Sea in the red and blue in second, and in the darker blue and red third is Rosa Motta. The grey is Mr. Forest as they jump the next one. And the 3 and 9 at the back, one of which made a mistake, was Vintage. Vintage made a bad mistake at the back. Genghis Khan and Velvet Dream, the other 2. That's left Vintage clear last now. So, Nova Iguachu then, downhill, chugging along in the lead from Much Sea. Back in second as they come down to the next. The leader stood off that one but jumped it well enough. Or jumped that okay, although Velvet Dream on left its back legs a little bit. Short run to the next, and Nova Iguachu's over that one in the lead with Much Sea second. The grey Mr. Forest is now moving up alongside Rosa Motta and quite well strung out, and the other 2 running together are Genghis Khan and Velvet Dream. Vintage just brings up the rear. So the remaining 7 all in shot then as they come around this turn. Nova Iguachu comfortable in front, Much Sea behind in second as they jump this next one. And all steady over that one. Let's move uphill and past that house thing there as they go towards the stand of this next fence. Over that one they go, big slow jump by the grey, and another mistake at the back by Vintage as they pass the winning post with 2 more circuits to go. And a Nova Iguachu get to be headed. They're only about 3 or 4 lengths in front though from Much Sea in second, who's a little bit further than that ahead of Rosa Motta. The grey Mr. Forest, they jump the next. Slow jump by the second this time, and Vintage jumped that one a little bit better at the back, but he's the clear back marker. So virtual Indian file now then as they come round this turn, and Nova Iguachu in the lead, only about 2 or 3 lengths in front now though, as Much Sea is closed up. Rosa Motta is in third, the grey Mr. Forest as they jump the next. Vintage jumped that one much better at the back, and Genghis Khan and Velvet Dream are still in touch, so they're all still in with plenty of chances at the moment as they race down this back straight downhill. You can see the stand in the distance. As we said in the previous race, only a mile round at Plumpton, not the biggest of courses as they come to the next. Oh, the leader jumped off that one, and so did Mr. Forest. So 2 mistakes there. Nova Iguachu and Mr. Forest both took a bit of a chance with that one as they come down to the next. And this time they both jumped it much better, especially Mr. Forest. Oh, but no, he jumped it better. I think he must have overstretched himself or something as he's being pulled up. Mr. Forest is out of the race there. That's a little bit of a surprise because he made a mistake at the fence before and then jumped the next one. It seemed a much better jump, but something must have gone amiss on landing and he's been pulled up. So we're down to just 5 now then. I can't count, we're down to 6. Iguachu is the leader. Over we go, and a slow jump this time on the outside by Genghis Khan, but the field is now pretty tightly grouped. Nova Iguachu continues to lead from Much Sea. Those 2 have been first and second throughout. Genghis Khan, despite that mistake, is up into third, and he's done it again there. Genghis Khan really stood off that and went through it. Jumping's not doing him a lot of favours as they pass the winning post now with just 1 more circuit to go, and you could chuck a pretty big blanket over the field. It will cover them all, and it looks like something else is being pulled up there now. Yes, it's Much C, I think, the one that was going so well in second, out of the race. As Nova Iguachu continues to lead, Rosa Motta is now in second, Velvet Dreams in third, Vintage fourth, and Genghis Khan is now the back marker. So two surprising pull-ups there when they were both seemingly going quite well. Much C and Mr. Forrest. Palisades, of course, ran straight through the first and has been out for a long time. So Nova Iguachu at the next. Jumps it in the lead. And the two of the similar colours of Vintage and Rosa Motta. Vintage has come right through there from absolutely nowhere. And is now actually in the lead. So that's the horse that was taking liberties with the fences early on, has now come to the front. So Vintage is in front. Nova Iguachu has been headed for the first time. But they've still got 4 furlongs to race as they come down to the next. And Vintage jumped that well. Nova Iguachu jumped it second. Then Velvet Dream and then Rosa Motta. Genghis Khan is now the back marker over the next one. Vintage got in a bit close but jumped it well. The best jump though was from Rosa Motta, who's moved into third. They've now got less than 3 furlongs to go and only 3 to jump. Vintage has quickly gone 6 to 7 lengths clear from in second place now Rosa Motta as Nova Iguachu backpedals the early leader. Then comes Velvet Dream and Genghis Khan is out of shot. So into the final 2 furlongs, 2 to jump. Vintage by 5 comes up to this one, jumps it okay. Rosa Motta jumps it better in second, mistake by Velvet Dream in third. Then Nova Iguachu is faded and Genghis Khan is out of it. Jockey on Vintage has a quick look over his shoulder to see where the challenging Rosa Motta is as they jump the last, and Rosa Motta jumped that much better than Vintage and has jumped into the lead. Rosa Motta now pulling away on this short running. Rosa Motta wins it by 4 lengths. Vintage ran into second. Third was Velvet Dream. Fourth was Nova Iguachu, the long-time leader, and Genghis Khan finished 5th. Rosa Motta at 7 to 1